It's your man Jay Graves Report, and welcome to the 2014 college football season. Y'all know how we get it in, so let's get it in. Let me break it down for you. Every Thursday, we're giving you the college football weekly preview. On Monday, we give you the college football weekly wrap-up. We break down the top 5 ball games of the weekend. I determine which of the top 5 ball games are the top 5 ball games, bruh. So it may be 2 ranked teams. It may be 2 teams that aren't ranked. But I think they're bigger ball games than the duns that's playing. Now, every week, I'm also going to give you a rant. I'm going to go off about something got to do with college football. We're going to make it fun. We're going to make it funny. So call your boys. Holler at your boy. The JayGravesReport.com is going to keep it real or all the way 100, whichever comes first. So to start the season off, let me give you my rant before I lose my mind up in here. Now, here's the deal. ESPN been running commercials, hollering at boys, telling you that the 4-team playoff, we finally got a playoff in college football, so this is what's happening. This is going to be the real deal. They running game on you, bruh. The 4-team playoff is no better, no different than the BCS. Let's keep this real. Before 1998, all we ever wanted to see was number 1 play number 2. For years, all we would see number 1 Michigan play in the Rose Bowl, and then we'll have number 1 Nebraska or number 2 Nebraska playing in the Orange Bowl. They win both their games, and then you got dual or co-national champs. We spend the whole 365 days in that year arguing about who would play, who would have won that ball game, etc. In 1998, they put together the BCS, and then we got number 1 playing number 2. You got to realize one thing, Playboy. You got 120 teams in college football. There's no legitimate way to have a playoff in college football without destroying the pageantry of college football. See, everybody that loves college football loves it because of the pageantry, the traditions, the conferences, the teams playing in certain parts of the country. You can't disrupt the tradition of college football. Now, let's keep this real. It's only 13, 14 teams out of the 120 that's ever going to play for a national championship. So you can't take away the bowl structure because dons like Purdue that's only going to win 10, 7 games on a good year to go to the Capital One Bowl, make $2 or $3 million for showing up, are not going to vote on having a playoff, a full-fledged playoff, bruh. You're not going to get Michigan State, who's never playing for a national championship. I don't care what you're talking about. They're going to be good every year, but they're not playing for a national championship because they're not going to go undefeated. Certain teams, Oklahoma, Texas, Florida, Georgia, Alabama, USC, Oregon, teams like that, those teams are going to play for national championship, going to be buying for national championship. Now, here's the deal. They're telling you that the BCS didn't work. The BCS put number 1 and number 2 in the game. 99.9% of the time, the best team in the country won the national championship. That's the best you're going to get, bruh. Now, you telling me that the 14 playoff is better. Now, explain to me how the 14 playoff is better when you've taken all of the voting privileges away from the people that actually watch the game, that cover the game, like myself. Now, all of the other sports writers in America that go to every ball game, watch every game, are not going to be determining who the top 4 is. Instead, you went out and got 13 cats, some that are current athletic directors, still affiliated with programs that could potentially be playing for the national championship or in the top 4. And you telling me they're going to be unbiased? You went out and got Condoleezza Rice, who actually goes to Stanford football games and is a professor at Stanford. She knows more about college football than the duns that actually watch college football, go to the games, go to the practices. You got to be kidding me. And then you got these 13 people that are still voting on who's going to play in the national championship game. What's going to stop some dun from Alabama or LSU alum that's got a pocket full of money from going in and paying a boy $250, $300 grand to vote for his team? Come on, bro. And also what you've done, you've taken a situation and you made it so crazy where we're gonna have. I always said keep the bowls the way they are, and then keep the polls the way they are. You take the top 4 teams at the end of the season, first week of December, right after everybody play all of their conference championship games, etc. Once it's decided, you got a top 4 team. Have number 1 play number 4, number 2 play number 3, number 1 and 2 playing at the crib. That way they don't have to travel. Now, once those 2 ball games are played, then you go and play the national championship like you always do. But when you're telling me that you're going to play the national semifinal at the Rose Bowl and the Sugar Bowl this year on New Year's Day, and then a week and a half later, you're asking college football fans to travel again to the national championship game in Texas. Now tell me, what college football fan got the money right after the Christmas holiday to go to the national semifinal and then turn around and go to the national championship? So you just boxed out the real college football fan from going to the game. What you just did was made the national championship and the semifinals a corporate event, because the real college football fan that was going to the Rose Bowl, if their team made it, they were going to spend the whole week at the Rose Bowl under normal circumstances. It's a vacation. People plan for that all year. Now, if I'm an Alabama fan or I'm an OU fan or whoever it is that's happened to be in the national semifinal, I got to make a decision. Do I go to the national championship or do I go to the national semifinal? Because I can't do both, Playboy. Think about it. Now, also what you've done, you've killed the bowl experience for the player. Because now, when they go to the Rose Bowl, they're not hanging out all week, bruh. They're not going for a whole week and enjoy all the festivities of the bowl, because they may have to turn around the following week and a half and do it again. So, guess what? You got teams that are full of 18 to 22-year-olds. Coaches already know that. The coaches are not going to take those players out there to hang out for a whole week, possibly get in trouble. They got to babysit these dudes for the whole week and then turn around and do it again the week after. Oh, and guess what? Big Mama can't go to the game. How is Big Mama going to do the national semifinal and the national championship, and she lives in Florida somewhere? And let's keep this real. The vast majority of the duns on the team are from where? The muck, the ghetto, the projects. Their families don't have money to go to to go to a national semifinal and a final. So what you just done is boxed everybody out, because you're selling me that it's a great idea to have the top 4, and it's still subjective. We haven't changed anything. More than anything, we made it worse. Now, lastly, they've already announced that the city that has the most money, that has the biggest bid, the largest bid, is going to get the national championship game. Well, who's got all the money, Playboy? Jerry freaking Jones. So now, ESPN and Jerry Jones and just control the entire national college football scene. Jerry Jones owns the stadium, so he's going to probably get the game every year, because the Cowboys worth $3 billion. He got money to throw around. That's why he got the game this year. And next year he's going to have the game, and the year after, and so on and so forth. So now there's a monopoly on the sport, because you trying to sell me that it's better than the BCS, and everybody knows it's the same because you still voting. It's your man Jay Graves Report from the JayGravesReport.com. We going to keep it real or all the way 100, whichever comes first, and holla at your boy.